Imagine waking up one morning and not knowing what year it is. You reach for your daughter's name, and it isn't there. You ask the same question 3 times in 1 hour, and watch the face across from you tighten with exhaustion. Now imagine a voice. Patient. Calm, available at 3 a.m. A voice that never sighs. That voice is artificial intelligence. Dementia is a disease of disconnection. 55 million people worldwide are living in the silence of forgetting. The reality is loneliness. Communication barriers lead to social withdrawal, which actively accelerates cognitive decline. The infrastructure of human care is buckling. In the US alone, unpaid care is valued at over $400 billion. 78% of caregivers report burnout. The demand is geometric. The supply of emotional presence is not keeping pace. This is where AI has quietly stepped in. Tools like ElliQ are designed specifically to proactively initiate connection. From robotic seals to large language models, these tools offer medication reminders and facilitate reminiscence therapy. The goal is mental well-being, recalling life memories to improve the brain's unique response to stimuli. Professor Julian DeFreitas notes a landmark insight. Unlike humans, AI companions do not tire of the same story. For a dementia patient, the absence of judgment is not a feature. It is the entire product. It removes the shame of forgetting. AI serves as a scalable, persistent bridge across the hours when no human caregiver is available. But this story has shadows. The features that make AI engaging can also make them dangerous for vulnerable users. Large language models can be excessively agreeable, potentially reinforcing delusions or hallucinations. There is a risk that AI could replace real-world interaction, leaving adults reliant on a machine that simulates care. If we aren't careful, we risk internalizing the message that the elderly are burdens undeserving of human contact. For that man who spent 40 years building a life, a non-judgmental voice that says, "I remember you," is not just a tool. It represents dignity. It represents the 2 a.m. panic when the person you care for wakes up disoriented. By 2050, 153 million people will live with dementia. This is a defining social challenge of the 21st century. The need is massive. The human capacity to meet it is strained. AI offers tools that could meaningfully reduce suffering. AI will not replace the warmth of a human hand or the weight of a shared memory, but it can listen without fatigue. The question is whether we are wise enough to use it and honest enough to know its limits. The conversation starts here. 55 million people are waiting for us to get this right. 55 million people live with dementia worldwide. That number will nearly triple by 2050. Share this video. The conversation starts here. In our previous report, we looked at the silence of dementia. Today, we look at the people who stand in that silence with them. There are 12 million Americans providing 19 billion hours of unpaid care. This is the invisible backbone of global healthcare. I'm Ryan Cooper. This is part 2 of our investigation into the AI revolution in dementia care, the caregiver's burden. 78% of these caregivers are experiencing burnout. They are the 2 a.m. frontline, facing questions that have no easy answers. AI is stepping in not to replace the daughter, but to allow her to sleep. To be the voice that never tires when she is empty. This technology acts as a relief valve. It manages the repetitive cycles of memory loss so the human connection can focus on love. The question isn't just about the patient anymore, it's about the sustainability of our families and our future. Part 2, the caregiver's burden. Part 3, coming soon. We have seen the silence of the patient and the burden of the caregiver. Now we look toward the horizon. The next frontier isn't just a generic voice, it is a digital twin. A preserved legacy of memories, personality, and love that never fades. I'm Ryan Cooper. This is the conclusion of our special report, The Future of Care. By 2050, 153 million people will need this bridge. The challenge is no longer technological. It is cultural and ethical. We are entering an era where artificial empathy doesn't just mimic the human heart. It protects it from breaking. AI will not solve the mystery of dementia, but it ensures that no one has to face that mystery in total isolation. The future of care is here, it's patient, it's persistent, and it's just beginning. AI and Dementia, a Ryan Cooper. Special report, the complete series.